Hey, welcome back to Watson's Models. I'm at the bench. I did some cleaning in here because it was getting out of control again. So just sort of tidied up the place a little bit and hung a couple accessories that I had. Nice old shovel from, I think that's from 43 or something, or 45, but doesn't matter. So I don't want to paint the camouflage on my Pack 9738 yet, until I get those bolt situations on the back spade taken care of. I looked online. There is a company out there that makes it's like a 3D printed stack of bolt heads and bolts with nuts. So it looks like you're passing through some stuff and you glue them on. But it's going to take, it's coming from overseas, so it's going to take until probably the end of the month. But anyways, I have leftover parts from the 1/6 scale Panzer II that I built from Dragon years ago. I kept all the parts. There's a whole box of them here, you have the round front end. I've got the sharper end and just lots of pieces parts. I never throw parts away because you just never know. You just never know. So I got a lot of parts in here that have bolt heads on it. You see that? So what I'm going to attempt to do is cut these off and try to use them on that model. Now I have lots of different options. I've got this saw. I've got one with a much finer blade on it. Different types of cutting tools and stuff. So I'm going to get to doing this and see if I can salvage any of them and then utilize them on the model. If I can, then I will turn the camera back on and you can see what I'm doing. Well, so far this is working pretty good. So I've got these through bolts with nuts on them, and this is going to take care of the majority of what I got to do. And now I just need regular the nuts. So I on the picture I saw 3 down one side, 3 on the inside, and then you cut these up. Because what I can do is, I can cut off the tip of this and make this smooth, and it'll look just like a regular bolt head. All right. Here I've got bolt heads and through bolts. So technically, on the real thing, you've also got bolt heads underneath each of these, okay, which go down through. And so there was like a count of 3, I think, on each side. But this entire shape and everything doesn't match, including this right here, doesn't match the real thing. So I'm going to get as close as I can just to have, the representation. So I took used my pin vise and drilled my locations. I was originally going to take these. I was originally going to take these and just try to plug those into the holes, but the bit's not big enough, so I went ahead and cut the tips off. That way I just have bolt heads showing. So I'm going to go ahead and install those now. All right. Now, in this case, I'm using the thick MaxiCure stuff. And there's a bolt head. If you can see that, but yeah, that looks so much better. It just adds the detail, and now it's easy to say, okay, this is how this thing is clamped on here. All right, I'm going to finish up the other two. All right, that's how it turned out. Doesn't look too bad. It's just enough to give you a sense of what's going on. And then I did decide to put the cable in, coming out of that gearbox right there. Now the one that's in the museum, it looks like a hydraulic line or an electric line or something that has a kind of like a rock guard wrapped around it, you know, like a metal wrap that you would see on brake lines. But I just used some cable that I had and routed it in through the side, and then I just put a little tubey thing there though.